Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher who's got a dummy shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every switch.
There's a counter shot. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? They throw a shot, they get countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter punch. Just missing with the uppercut. A perfect counter lands. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Beautiful counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second.
Let's get it started in round 3. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Was thrown with some bad intentions. The straight right just misses. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter shot. Nice punch. The counter punching. Not so rigid anymore with the stance. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Leaves a knockout with...
Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. punch. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Just missed with that hook. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell sometimes...
And there's the bell for round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
How about that time counter shot? Both men step back for just a moment. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner.
There's the bell for round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well done with that counter shot. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
That counter shot lands. Catch and shoot. Nice counter. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still in it.
There's always a way back.
Here comes round 7. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
He threw a punch and just got countered. They both want the knockout. Nice counter punch. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Disaster averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
That counter punch caught him clean. Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. How is this fight still continuing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Hold it right there! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
And we enter the 8th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He scores with the counter. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. Good counter punching. Miss with that jab. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Perfect counter lands. This This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. The three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally...
And here we are at Cambrian Hall as the giant chandelier provides light for what should... Sugar Ray Robinson. This bout... All the talking has been... The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Neither fighter willing to slow down. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
They miss with the jab. How about that time counter shot? Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. That jab misses. Marquez is hurt. How is this fight still continuing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the...
On to the second round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you.
Whoa, Johnny! Marquez is rocked! Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than have to.
Beautiful counter punch. The perfect counter lands. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Don't give him anything.
And there's the bell for round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not going to let this one go to the judges. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Do you believe what we are seeing? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Both men step back for just a moment. That counter, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent.
Here we go to the 4th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good counter punch. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. That punch lands. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
What a punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Marquez in that lap. On to the fifth we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. No rest for the weary. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Boxing, great round. Now, relax. The jab's working now.
In the round, right? There's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Are you going back into it?
On to the sixth round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them skin.
You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. Well, the corner has thrown in the towel, and that will do it. The fighter not happy, but those are the rules.